Hey guys, it's me, Reese. I'm doing another video, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting me and helping by reaching out to anybody that they know and helping me find my father. I also want to update you on anything that I've found recently. I want to tell you I got my results back from Family Finder. I went through Family Finder Family Tree DNA. I went through Family Tree DNA and I have my results back. Um, it'll tell you if the people that they match you with are from your mother's side or your father's side, and I have a pretty good combination of both of them. I haven't found any brothers or sisters, but I found second cousins, third cousins, and I've been reaching out to them, and the ones that wrote back to me have been telling me the story, the background of their ancestral origins. I still don't know who my father is or where he is. And I got in touch with a psychic that I have been trusting since I was 22, and she can't read much about my father. But what she did tell me is that she senses that he moves around a lot, and um, she said that when she saw a vision of him, he was wearing sunglasses, not because he had bad eyes, but just because that's just him. That's part of his personality, is wearing those sunglasses. Um, Another thing is that I was always told since I was a kid that the tribe that I belong to, that I come out of, is Laguna Pueblo, and the people that have showed up, my cousins on Family Finder, they're all Navajo. And I also asked my psychic right before I opened my inbox, I was like, do you think that he's from Laguna Pueblo? And she sensed that he was more west, like Arizona, like Navajo. And so I'm more confused than before. Um, and when I opened it, my cousins are originated from Arizona, and a lot of them show that they are Navajo. And I've been getting in touch with a couple of them, and I want to share with you a little bit about their story, in hopes that anybody out there, if they have the same story, maybe we're related. Maybe you can get in touch with me and tell me your story, and then we can start a lead from there. And another thing is that for some reason YouTube is taking my videos down. So I don't know, I didn't take it down, and it's not there anymore. So I'm confused on that too. So I'm gonna go through, after I post this one, I'm gonna go through and re-upload the first one so that anybody who's just barely getting in tune can understand like a little bit of my story before we head on with more videos. Um, so the story behind one of my cousin's background is that we are Tanotua Pueblos that origin from Galistos Basin by Santa Fe that migrated to Santa Clara Pueblo. And in the mid 1700s, one of their great grandmothers was brought back into Mexico, being placed in Albuquerque, as captive with a father's side of Jemez Pueblo. Another cousin's father of mine is a legendary Navajo code talker from World War II, and many of our relations were sold in Santa Fe and Fort Sumner. So that's what I gathered from that. Those are two different cousins of mine that have told me a little bit about their story. And and they were very helpful. And um, everybody else they've told me their story too, and they're a little bit in tune with um, my story, and they want to help in any way that they can. And thank you again for that. So with all this information, I went ahead and brought it back to my private investigator, who's out in New Mexico trying to look for him and any clues. I should be hearing from him tomorrow. And also today I bought an Ancestry.com DNA kit, so that'll be more people hopefully I can get hooked up with. That should take another few weeks. And I want to say thank you again to everybody who's been listening and being very supportive. I also want to tell you that like I've been meditating on this, and a lot of people are asking me, why do you want to find your father? Which is cool, you know, like I don't really mind people wanting to know what motives are behind this. And I really wanted to go into meditation and ask myself, like, you know, really, what do you want to get out of this after you find him, or when you find him, or what are you trying to achieve? And when I went into meditation, I kept seeing this visual. It was like almost like a painting almost, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So I drew it up, and this is what I got. If you look, it kind of almost looks like a sunset with a pink sky. And I think that this is like grass. And these almost look like DNA strands, maybe. And I think the grass, like my subconscious was telling me how grass represents growth. And I think that what meditation was trying to tell me is that I need both sides, like my paternal and my maternal, to keep growing, to understand both sides. It takes two to tango. And, you know, it's just a thought. But I couldn't get it out of my head, and that's why I drew it up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a different way of looking at it, and I'd like to hear that too. And also, on this journey of trying to find my Native American culture, I go to meditation class on Wednesdays, and everybody who goes there, I told them what's going on, what I'm doing, and of course they got really interested. And you know, I come back every week, and they want to know if I know anything, and I'm still like, I'm more in the dark than I was before. I don't even know what tribe I am. So my meditation instructor gave me this book, Jaguar Woman, and it's by Lynn V. Andrews, and she goes through this process in Native American celebration, these different traditions, and she finds herself piecing herself back together after a lifetime of not knowing really who she is. So I'm about halfway through, and I'm applying a lot of these symbolic patterns into my life. So maybe when I get something out of it, I'll have like a revelation. Um, and one more thing I want to tell you, since since I don't know my father, I don't exactly, I just heard that he's full Native American. This is one thing I was actually really excited to get when I got my results back, is to pinpoint my origins. And so check this out. I'm 51% European, which Irish, that comes from my mother's side. That's a given. 37% Native American. Never knew that. And actually, let me. I was really excited to get this back because I wanted to know exactly, I wanted to pinpoint my origins. So it turns out I'm 51% European, which I'm Irish. I get that from my mother's side, O'Connell. 39% Native American, and 7% Siberian. I'm gonna guess it's from his side, which really trips me out because I've never paid attention to anything Siberian before. And now I'm kind of really interested in it. And I always thought I was just 50-50. Turns out you don't know everything. So I was really like, I was stoked. And I had no clue. So maybe that's another clue, you know, on learning about where I can find my origins. And so very recently, I got an Irish tattoo of a claddagh. It represents love, friendship, and loyalty. And in Ireland, they wear it on a ring if the heart is facing outwards. That means you're single, and if it's upside down, that means you're taken. It's just there's like a whole story behind that. I'll get into it. It's very pretty. Like it's a very beautiful story, and it's carried on to this day. It's very traditional. And then the second one that I've got is a dream catcher for my Native American side, and it's got the New Mexico flag because I was born in New Mexico right next to it. So I feel like I have a little bit of myself together. So now I gotta find something 7% Siberian. So if you have any ideas, let me know. So that's really all I have right now to update everybody. And also, if anybody could tell me why my YouTube video is being deleted, that'd be really helpful. I don't really know how to use technology. This is the most I've ever been as an engineer. So I think I'm done with that, and I will be making another video as soon as I find out anything else, especially when I get my ancestry kit done and the results back, because Ancestry has about 4 times more people involved in that. So see how this goes. I'm really excited, guys. Thank you.